As I started using AI more and more, I noticed something very frustrating. The AI was fast, but my interaction wasn't. I was highlighting text, copying sections, opening tabs, and navigating to online tools, trying to figure out where the answer actually needed to go. I was thinking and remembering all the time, which defeats the whole purpose. AI is supposed to make us faster. Why am I still wasting time extracting the output? So in this episode, I'm going to show you how to make data extraction a breeze and effortless. No more highlighting random chunks, no more bouncing around your browser, and no more manual chaos. Just 2 simple tips will cut your extraction time down to seconds. Hi, my name is Christian, and welcome to Creating Job Security by Mastering the AI Superstack. Before we start, I want to mention the next 3 upcoming episodes. The first one is an AI voice mock interview. This will allow you to use your smartphone in a voice-simulated real interview where AI asks company-specific questions and job description-targeted questions. And at the end, it gives you score and feedback. Then we move to smartphone AI prompts, which is a sequel to the mock interview and a continuation of using AI and your smartphone with 3 different prompts: 30-second elevator pitches, run sales call play, and executive presence and speaking. And all of them will use your voice and will give you feedback and analysis. And finally, I will show you how to create PowerPoints using your voice and your smartphone, which is going to work very similar to medical dictation. Remember when doctors used to walk around with a tape recorder in their hands? Imagine if you could gather all your thoughts during the day and then AI creates a PowerPoint out of it. So please subscribe so you don't miss these 3 upcoming valuable episodes. So the agenda for today is very simple. We will start by minimizing copy and paste operations and incorporating the code block into your prompts. Then I will show you how to incorporate links so you can expedite your operations right from the AI chatbot. We also have to talk about the known limitations when it comes to code blocks. And finally, I want to give you my 2 cents of where I think the AI world is going and how you should approach an eventual freelance future. So in the first segment of this episode, we're going to talk about getting answers inside a code block to expedite copying and pasting operations. So for this first example, I'm going to use a prompt that is a senior corporate strategist and executive advisor, and it's basically going to give me a bunch of options on how I should transform operational work and other strategic contributions. So let's run this in ChatGPT. So we're going to go to ChatGPT, run it. Okay, so it's going to give me all the options that I can use, you see? And so the problem with this is all great content. You see cross-functional coordinator, budget monitoring, etc. This is all great, but if I wanted to use this, I would have to highlight the section, right? And I would have to copy it. So there's a faster way of achieving this. And so what we're going to do is this prompt here is a code block injector. So the way this works is I'm going to grab this prompt. This prompt is going to wrap another prompt. So right here, this is my original prompt, the one I just executed. So let me grab all of this. I'm going to copy it. And you don't need to have Visual Studio Code. You can use Notepad. So let me go to Notepad. Then I'm going to paste it. You see here, here's where I'm going to put my prompt. So let me go back to the original prompt I just executed. Think of this as having a baby. This prompt plus my original prompt are going to create another prompt. So it's almost like getting married and having a baby. So let me copy that. And I'm going to go to ChatGPT again. And now I'm going to paste this. Now, the reason why we're doing this is we're going to modify our original prompt to give me those same answers in a code block. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy this baby. Okay, so this is a baby of two prompts, the marriage of two prompts. I'm going to save it. Let's go file, new file, and I'm going to call it baby1.prompt.md. Okay, and if you look at this prompt, it's very, very similar to the original convert daily test into strategic value. Okay, so if I go back to original prompt, you see it's still the same thing. You're a senior corporate strategist, and the baby is the same thing. So what's the difference? What did the code block do for me? So in this baby right here, it is going to basically say that when the content gets spit out, it's going to be inside a triple backtick code block. So let's run this, okay? I'm going to run it, and you're going to see now the difference. So I'm still in ChatGPT, and I'm going to run this baby. So let's hit run. And what's going to happen now, it's still going to give me the same executive introduction, but now everything that was in option 1 is going to show me the original text, right? And then it's going to give me everything inside a code block. And so what happens with that, the same thing for option 2. So what happens with this, I no longer have to highlight, okay, and right click and copy. I don't have to do that anymore. I can just click copy, okay? And if I open a new tab in here, you see I was able to copy option 2 without having to highlight. And this might seem unnecessary if you're running this prompt only once in your life, but let's say that you're running prompts daily, repetitive prompts. And so what this does, it saves a lot of time, because now I can copy this and I can put like option 3. Let's say I don't need all the options. I only want the ones that I want. So by adding the code block into your answers, you can save a lot of time. So I can copy option 5, and there's option 5. So that's how you use the code block. The code block allows you to grab answers and copy them with just one click. So for the second section of this episode, we're going to show you how to attach links, and you can expedite the movement of data into other applications or websites. So the time has come to add links to our baby prompt. In order to expedite even further the movement of data or results or outputs from AI into any tool that you want. And so I created a list of 100 different links. You can link to another AI. You can link to Excel, Word. You can link to Google Docs, Google Sheets, right? And many other tools like LinkedIn, Glassdoor. So in order to modify our baby prompt, what I'm going to do is I am going to copy this baby prompt. I'm going to go to Notepad. And one of the things you have to worry about when doing this is make sure that there's no instructions in your existing prompt that limit the addition of more instructions. For example, in the baby prompt, there's this line that says there must be no text after the final closing triple bracket. So we're going to have to eliminate this in order for this to work. And probably your prompt has something similar and it's worded differently. Okay. And then I'm going to go back to my link section. I'm going to go all the way to the bottom. And whenever you want to put any of these links in your prompt, you're going to have to copy from final section all the way down. You don't need the 4 links that I put here in the example, but I'm going to use those for now. And I'm going to delete that line. I'm going to put that section there. So remember, these links are replaceable. You can change any of these links for anything that you want to use. Let's say you want to create an email with AI, then you can use the MailChimp. And when you click on it, you'll be directed to MailChimp, right? MailChimp.com. So, but let's run the baby. Let's select everything here, copy, and now I'm going to go to Gemini. I'm going to run it in Gemini. There we go. I'm going to run it in Claude. I'm going to run in ChatGPT. Okay, so let's see how the prompt executed. So I still have my code boxes, so I can easily copy something, and then my links are going to be at the bottom. And here we go. So now I have Google Docs. So if I click on that, then I can move information within seconds. I don't have to copy, select something, highlight it, copy. And if I wanted to go to Word, same thing. So there we go. So I can copy. I'm using, of course, Word Online. You cannot use the one on your desktop because there we go. So I can copy into Word as well. So this is another prompt that is not related to both linking and putting information in a code block, but I want to show you where the future is going with AI. And Google already recognized this. So besides having the ability to copy answers into a clipboard like setting, because all the AIs, all of them, are now offering you to, for example, in Claude, you can click on this copy and it will copy the entire result for the answer. And you can go into ChatGPT and do the same thing. They have this copy button. And if I click on this copy button, it will copy the entire answer. Okay, but that's not what we're trying to achieve here, because we only want to copy the sections that we want. So that's how the code box is going to work. And the link, well, none of these AIs have a link to wherever you want. You have to actually put them in the prompt. But Gemini is very smart, and they already realized that people are going to use AI to move information from the AI chatbot into some type of document. If you look at the tables, they already come ready for Google Sheets. You see this? And this is exactly what I wanted to talk about. So I think the future of AI, the future of AI when it comes to office work and extracting data is going to go with Google Sheets and Google Docs. Now, they haven't figured out how to create links for Google Docs yet, but I would imagine in the future, Gemini, which is owned by Google, will have the same way that it was able to recognize that this was a table and it placed the Google Sheets link in here. They will recognize that this is a code box or some type of document, and they will put the Google Docs link here. And that's the way of the future for AI, because people, first of all, in the future, are not going to have money, and they also will need to freelance. And a lot of research is going to be done in AI, and they need to move that research into some type of documentation app. And that's my personal opinion. I think that's where the AI world's going. All the prompts in this episode are going to be available via this link that goes to GitHub, but I always like to show people how to use GitHub. So when you are in the link and you finally land in the page, you're going to select the language that best suits you, and you have several options for downloading everything. The first option is just to click on the download zip file and then click on the download icon, and that's going to download all the prompts and everything. Now, if you want to download just one prompt, you have two options. You can click on the prompt, and you can also click on the download link, and that will also download it to your download folder. Or you can click on the code button, and then you can select everything and then right click and select copy. And then you can paste it inside your computer using any text editor that you have. And that's how you download inside GitHub. Here are my final thoughts. The AI shortcuts for capturing outputs not only incremented productivity, but also reduced mental friction. And that means less things to remember and worry about. And here comes my next subject, which is what I'm trying to accomplish here in the AI Superstack and what most of my videos are about. I'm trying to make people see what the world will look like from 3 to 5 years from now, with millions of college-educated workers looking for only a few job openings. And that means you need to prepare now for what's to come. A world where minimizing operating costs, freelance workers, and getting the right equipment while you still have an income is very important. Currently, the real winner is Google Docs and Sheets. And if you decide to get a personal assistant using AI, then the Mac Mini with 32 gigs of RAM is the best machine at this moment. The predictions are clear. AI is here, and it's here to stay. And you have two options. You can ignore what's about to happen, or prepare in advance. My personal advice is to start building a portfolio right now and get at least one paying customer. If you ever get laid off, not only you will be mentally ready, but also one step ahead of most people. And this concludes today's episode. You can always contact me via LinkedIn, and thank you for watching.